today I am going to be trying to do some blooms in these beautiful sunflower coaster molds. I have no idea if it's even going to work on these because they've got raised edges to create texture, but I'm going to try them anyway. I got these Let's Resin alcohol inks in. I love all of the 64 colors. There are metallics, there's pastels, lots and lots and lots of different colors in here. I am not going to pull them out. There are far too many to go through them. They did come with a couple of sinker whites, which is really exciting. But I pulled out 3 colors that I am going to use out of this set. Everybody that I see doing blooms recommends using Let's Resin. So let's see if my cheap alcohol inks were my problem. So I've got yellow, dark orchid, and pearl white for a little shimmer because I love things that are shimmery, shiny, glam, all the elegant, beautiful things. Purple and yellow are actually opposite of each other on the color wheel, which means they have a potential of producing a brown, but they are so pretty when you pair them together. So we're going to try it anyway. Alright, so I'm using craft resin, regular 1-to-1 epoxy. I don't have my bottles over here because I poured them in smaller bottles to make it easier to work with. I think these take about 100 milliliters a piece to fill them all the way up. And I do not want anywhere close to that amount. So I'm going to do 6 ounces, which is about 180 mils. If I have extras, I have several extras molds that I have to use here. This is my part B. I love using Craft Resin's resin. It always is crystal clear when I don't start too many bubbles into it. I don't have any serious odor issues with it. It's low VOCs, which is why I'm not wearing a mask. If you're uncomfortable with not having a mask on, please, please, please use your PPE. I, on the other hand, have my air purifier going. And like I said, this is low VOCs. There's no odor, so I'm not really concerned about this. That was a teeny tiny bit too much there, but it's too late now. Do the tiniest little bit more, part B. That should get me pretty equal. Those. I don't know. This leveled out to more than what I needed, but it's alright. So I have this Isotoyo mixer. I love it. I always use AI mode to mix this because don't have to sit there and time it. I'm gonna pour some of this in here to make my white. And that's about an ounce or so. I've got Let's Resin Ocean White. And I'm going to do a drop at a time. And they say skim milk, which this looks pretty much spot on. So I don't need any more of that. We're going to put this in my piping bag. Okay, I'm back. My bubbles are completely gone. Crystal clear. I've let my resin heat up to 32 degrees Celsius. I have put my white in a bag, and now looking at it, it is probably way too much, but that is okay. So we're going to just start by doing just the first two. Make sure I have enough resin for this. I just want a very thin layer. And I have a piece of glitter in here. Just gonna take my glass. Hey, there's another piece of glitter. I think that got it. I'm going to try to just push this all to the edges. On the outside. White. Ooh, look how shimmery that is. And then we're going to do yellow in the center. Gonna help that spread out a little bit. I may have fooled around with my bubbles a little too long. We'll find out, I guess. All right. Just keeping this really simple. Just do that. Where's my napkin? Well, they're pretty right now, at least. All right. Move these out of the way. I have this cowboy boot. I'm going to just pour it in clear. It's actually cowgirl boots. This. Whoop. That was too much. Maybe not. That's domed pretty good. marble them. That's a little on the full side. Whoops. Oh, that was way too much. This is not enough of this, but we're going to pour it in here anyway because I don't have another mold out at the moment. just over here making a mess. Don't mind me. I've never poured these before, so it's a learning experience. Okay, we are back and it is time to demold. So I went with a yellow backing on my coasters. They are still warm because I just pulled them off the heat mat. So we aren't going to demold those first. Oh, I got something on that one. Oh well, it's just the back. So first, let's check out the little boot. I already know that I got bubbles in it, but I'm not really concerned with that because I can fill this in with UV resin because it's clear, and I'm going to paint this after we're done. I got some overflow, but that can be dealt with. That's not a big deal. Oh no! Oh, I think those are my bubbles. That is our little boot, and I will trim this and then fill in my bubbles and then paint it up real pretty. I'm going to make a magnet out of that. I am super excited about my vases because it looks like they marbled perfect. So let's check it out. Let's start here. Oh, they're a little soft. Ooh, that's so pretty. I got it to marble the first time. Let's see what the bottom of or the back of it looks like. That's gorgeous. It's so pretty. Oh, I got a little bitty bubble right there. That's pretty darn stinking good. Because this was really thick when I poured it. Got one little bitty, couple little bitty bubbles on the top. But you can't really see them. So cute. Alright, sorry guys, I have to have these facing me. Let's see what this one looks like. It's perfect. Not a single bubble. That's amazing. Look how gorgeous that is. Oh, no, I lied. There's one little bitty bubble on the top. We'll fix that with some rhinestones, as glitz and glitter does. This one's gorgeous too. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe I got these perfect the first try. So we got some bubbles in this one. Not very many, just a few. It's really pretty though. I bet I will not be able to get that kind of marbling on these again. Maybe. I don't know. Look how pretty this is. The sides are gorgeous. The back is a little plain, but who cares? It's the back. So pretty. I'm going to have to go through all... I did something wrong. No, I didn't. I'm going to have to go through all of my flowers that I have dried over the winter from last year's flowers. This one's pretty too, but there's not as much marbling on it. Those first two, though, that I pulled out, oh my goodness, they're gorgeous. I think they're going to be a hit when we open up our farm season Saturday. At least that's the goal. So I got a little bubble right there, a little bitty one on the side. So pretty. I don't see any on the front, which is really good. Are these the cutest little things? All right. Let's see. I think we can pull these out. Now these, I'm going to tell you right now, most likely have bubbles in them because no matter how hard I tried, I could not get those bubbles to dislodge from all the detail work. All right, let's take them all out. And then we will see what they look like together. One of these was all my leftovers because I had way more than I expected. Actually, I had enough to do the 3, probably the 4. But then it was getting thick on me and I was kind of scared that I wouldn't be able to get it to do what it was supposed to do. So I poured extras instead. We'll definitely have to do some sanding on these. They're really not super sharp. I must have got them domed pretty well. Lots of little bubbles on the back right there, but that's okay. Okay, so I think this was my extra. So let's see it first. Isn't that yellow so pretty? Look at that. It's gorgeous. It's a marbled pink sunflower. The marbling is all along the outer petals. I love it. Oh my goodness. How on earth did I do this and not get very many bubbles on the outside? There's a couple there. There's a few in here. Well, quite a few little micro bubbles in here, but that's not a big deal. It's still so pretty. All right, let's check this one out. Okay, first of all, let's check for bubbles. I don't think that's a bubble. I think that's some overflow there. Yeah, it came off. Same here. That came off pretty easy. Moment of truth. Did we get a bloom? We did. I don't know that I like the blooms in this because it's really hard to tell, but it is very pretty. Definitely have to spruce up the inside of that sunflower and see what we can do. Got a bubble there on the edge. That's on the outside. That will be an easy fix. I thought I was going to see a lot more, but I don't. I don't know if they're just hidden by all the details of the bloom or what. That is really pretty. I am so glad I went with yellow on that. All right, last one. Pretty. That is so pretty, you guys. They bloomed. I don't see any bubbles on this one. One there, a couple on the edges. Not a big deal. Again, I don't love the blooms in this particular mold because all the detail work really hides it. But that blue and that purple is so blue. That yellow and that purple are so pretty together. So that's what we got. I am going to pretty these up, glue all of my vases together, and then we will be back and I will show you all the results.
Tiffany laid it out just right. Purple, yellow, and white tonight. Cowgirl boots in a thankful glow, like a prayer in every stroke. Sunflower coasters, yellow, brown. Pretty, but she turned them around. Purple blooms and green came through. Then sparkle caught the morning view. She said, Lord, guide my hands. Make these colors part of your plan. Little things can bloom so bright when your mercy fills the light. Tiffany paints, Tiffany shines, praise in her hands, peace in her lines. Purple bloom praise, yellow grace, Jesus in the little place. Tiffany paints, Tiffany shines, every brush stroke, holy light. Purple bloom praise, let it ring. Tiffany's art is worshiping. The pink sunflower, soft and bold, needed yellow, needed gold. Just a touch, then the sparkle stayed. Now it glows like a saved up praise. Many vases, small but grand, marbled gently by her hand. Flowers set in perfect rows, like a garden only heaven knows. She said, Lord, you are good in the colors and the wood. Even tiny things can sing when they're lifted up to the King.